Hello, so today's lesson is calculating the area of a rectangle. So we'll start with our normal times table starter, marking your own, pause the tape, while you're doing them, and then we'll mark our own in a bit. Okay, welcome back. So here's the answers, marking your own. All of 36 is there. Okay, so calculate the area of a rectangle. We simply multiply this length by this length. Okay, so in a rectangle, you've got two pairs of sides. So you've only got two different lengths, and all you do is multiply them together. So our area is just 4 times 5. And we should know from our times tables that is 20. And then the unit for area, in this case, is centimeters squared. So obviously we would have millimeters squared and meters squared. So you need to be careful that you use the correct unit. And look at the question to help you there. So let's look at our next example. So we've got a 6 centimeter by 7 centimeter rectangle. We're just going to say our area is 6 times 7. 6 sevens are 42. The unit, we're looking again, we're talking centimeters, so the area must be centimeters squared. So here's our last example. So in this case, we've got millimeters, and the numbers are a little more difficult. So we're going to need to think about our box method of multiplication. So we know our area is 6.5 multiplied by 13. So I'm going to set out my box. So firstly, I'm going to ignore the decimal point in 6.5 and think of it as 65, which I can partition to 60 and 5. And my other length, 13, I can partition that to 10 and 3. So I'm going to fill this in now. So I know 1 times 6 is 6, add 2 zeros. 1 times 5 is 5, add 1 0. 3 times 6 is 18, add 1 0. Then 3 times 5 is 15. Don't add any zeros, and then we're going to add these up. So we've got 600. Be very careful of your columns in this part of the question. Okay, so I've got 5 there. And 1 plus 5 is 6. Plus 8 is 14. So I've got 4. And I'm going to carry that 1. So I've got 1 plus 6 is 7. And that other one there is 8. Okay, so I've got an answer of 848. Now we need to think about the decimal place. We've got one number after decimal point. We need to have one number after decimal point in the answer. So that's our answer now. It is 84. And thinking about our units now, we can see we've got millimeters in the question. So our answer is 84.8 millimeters squared. No, it's not 84.8 at all, is it? .5 millimeters squared. That was my deliberate mistake, see if you were paying attention. So, side heading now, main task. So we've got a few to do here. If you notice, for questions E and F, we've got 2 different units for length. So you need to think about how you're going to do that. There is a extension question as well. So that's going to be a little bit on in the video. So while you're working on these, pause the tape. So here's our challenge question. So while you're working on that, pause the tape. Welcome back. Here are answers for the main task and a challenge. So just mark your own. Now we're going to look at our challenge, not our challenge question, our checking question. Okay, so it's asking us for the size now of this side here. So we're given the area of 54 centimeters squared, and we're given one of the sides. So normally we would think of multiplying the 2 sides to give us the area. So we're working in the opposite direction now. So we need to think about the area, length A must be the area, which is 54, divided now by 9. Because 9 times A must be 54, so we're going in the opposite direction. So if I know my 5 times table, my 9 times table, I'd know that 6 9s are 54, so 54 divided by 9 must be 6. And thinking then about the unit I'm going to use, centimeter. Thank you very much. Speak to you soon.